Hello. Hello, hi. Today, well, not just today, but we got a beta key today in the mail, in the email, not the post office box, for an interesting uh, card game RTS hybrid called Prismata that I guess I signed up for a long time ago. I don't remember signing up for it. But that's cool that it's I guess they've been working on it for a while. This is going to be a stream slash video where I know very little about something, and I'm going to hop in and I'm going to talk about the initial experience, anything that could be, improved on, just kind of my experience with the tutorial and my thoughts and analyses thereof. My stream cut out briefly earlier. I don't know if that's an actual thing that had a problem or not, but keep an eye on that. Make sure everything's cool. All right, so let's hop in. All right, I gotta click on this. For it to capture. There we go. Yes, I want to go through the single player campaign. Want to learn as you want me to learn, essentially. Okay. Don't remember disabling it, but let's enable it. That's weird. This is considered an early access, of course, so things might get a little weird. Games in development are strange, and oh, I have the audio muted. Hilarious. All right. Okay. Tidally locked planet. Nice big text. Good to know the exact percentiles of his ancestry. I'll keep all of that in mind. That's a good question right there. Do straws have one hole or two? That's a deep thought right there.
Hello, Suede.
No background on her ethnicity, but I guess that's fine. Okay. Yeah, this last search query I can get behind. It does taste like absolute garbage. That's just a known fact. Okay, so I'm already in with this IT character. The robots are going bad as they tend to. Definitely very cognizant of the visual novel approach for the cinematics here that they're taking between the cutting in the info about new characters and giving us the name of the location as we move from location to location. It's a very visual novel thing to do. And it's a pretty hot genre right now, so that's a smart thing to do. Okay. This way. Okay, so we are handling our business through the slate, which is the card game / strategy thing we'll be playing. Hello, Liver33. This is the first time I'm playing it, so we'll see. You know, I'll briefly go into my own history with the genre. I played Magic way back in 94, 95, and I've been playing it off and on since. I've been fascinated by the CCG and card game genre in general, so it's always been a thing that I've been really excited about. I play Magic off and on now. I played a little Hearthstone. I respect what it's doing in the genre, but I'm not an active player in it. But any card game, any card game, be it collectible or digital, is going to have my attention. So yeah, I'm really curious how this will play out. All right, so let's see what. Okay. Hello, Jack. Tarot Kicker Jack gave me a shout out earlier on his stream, and I will definitely do the same. He subscribe to him if you or follow him. He's been doing some really cool kind of reading of Steam reviews and doing his discovery queue, which is there's a lot of people who are doing that on Steam. It's neat to see what the tenor of discussion on Steam is in regards to games and reviews. So check them out, and thanks for stopping by, Jack. All right, what are we doing here? So it looks like we're using the very kind of standard nomenclature for attacking and defending. I'm guessing the 1-3 here on the Steel Splitter. Jack, no, I'm going into this blind actually. That was kind of want to see what it's about. I just got a key today. Gonna kind of see how they're communicating the game in the tutorial, how they're teaching it, and take it from there. Okay, you can attack pool. Interesting. Okay, yeah, we're pooling our damage instead of having them apply individually, like in most card games. That's interesting. Okay. So it seems maybe more in line with something like Star Conflict card game, where you're not necessarily attacking things. You're not necessarily having one thing attacking another. You're pooling one attack integer, and you're applying it to the board. Okay. I'm always for iterating in this genre. So this thing just makes stuff. Kind of wish I knew what I'm guessing the plus is health. I kind of wish there's a mouse over or a way to right click to get more information on these. Perhaps that's just a tutorial thing that's blocked, but make more bots, add more attack. Kill 2 more moonbugs. Okay. Yep. Keeping the loop going. Chat's interesting. Don't see a reason to not use them yet, so we'll just kill these and move on. So I am swayed. Logan, the IT guy who hates cilantro like I do, is, I'm guessing, a hologram that is communicating with me. Yeah, Lara, that makes sense. I suspect that it's they're not showing the information because it's a tutorial, which is, you don't want to overwhelm the player. You want to make sure they can get the basics before you start throwing numbers into them. So that's cool. That's good to know that it's there. Click and drag across polygons to swipe once. Okay. Got a tablet sort of interface going on where you're swiping. That's cool. Can do these in any order. Probably should have done that first, I guess. Sequencing, like in any card game. Okay, so yeah, very quick motions. That's good. It's nice that things can stay snappy. Okay, yep. I see now we're getting our mouse over. Nice. Okay. Yep, summoning sickness and equivalencies. Feel compelled to destroy there. I think that makes things slow down the tide of robots. Yep, yep. Yeah, oh yeah. Well, that's a shame. I hate when that happens. The Odin. Okay. Alright. We have a new unit. Okay. Sacrificing cards to make other cards bigger. I can get behind that. Although, to gain 4, so you're getting that gain 3 there. Okay. Well, let's have him eat one of the ones that... Oh, you can't have him eat... Oh, he just eats one. Can't eat one that's already been made? Okay. Dumpster bot is just sitting there. These don't have any damage values or anything, so let's... The big guys, I guess. Oh, okay. That's good to know. That, okay, it just picks one from the left. Okay. Gotta get used to this, the swipe. So at least not yet, no resources to manage other than how many of these you can spit out per turn. I do kind of wish, it's interesting that you can't sacrifice a thing that's already been made. You know, balance thing, but it's interesting. Or I should say, sacrifice a thing that a thing that you just made, I should say. Can't stop the robots. Can't stop, won't stop robots. Keep it up to the visual novel. First for cutscenes. Okay, we have objectives. We're slowly expanding things that we can look at. Bot factory makes a scrapper. Why it is grayed out, but okay. Let's keep the party going. Don't have enough to kill this thing yet, so I guess we'll kill some dumps. Alright. Kill some dumpsters. Some water bugs. I guess you would be compelled to save up enough. We'll see. Okay. Should have enough to... Oh, next room. More damage. establishing that the enemy can make things too. Okay. Wow, that was very destructive for what was happening. Everything's in shambles now. He refuses to talk. Overcome. All right. Makes sense. It's a very reasonable thing to go to the bar after a long day's work. I can relate. At least he takes his glasses off inside. I appreciate that. That was a bit rusty with swarm wielding. It's all one word interface. Oh, he's so jaded. Refuses to practice, wants a real fight. Oh. More trash bots are angry and they are downtown. Okay, so it's an interesting blend of tutorial and story. You know, usually they'll, you know, lots of games will throw all of one or the other at you at once. It's nice to see them blended. You know, we're learning about the background of the world and about the game. So, all right. Each drone produces 1 gold per turn. Okay, getting into the RTS part of the hybrid. Interesting. Okay. Return gain an ingot of some kind. Bohemium. Interesting. Only so okay. Alright, so we're into some resource management now. 2 different types already, gold and bohemium. So these little guys just make money. Okay. And we use the money to. I see. Okay. I see. I'm starting to see the RTS and the RTS angle here. No real reason not. Okay. This just gains attack. Interesting. Gotta save it for one of those. Save for a few more of these instead of burning on. We'll do them all. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're making 9 gold a turn. Okay. Yep. Drones make the money. Forge makes the bricks. Use those to buy things. So I'm guessing, yeah, this is just going to be again a tutorial thing where I'm not actively under any kind of pressure here. This is just to learn the loop of making money, making resources, and then spending those to build an economy. So let's keep going then. Make another fighting man, make another forging thing. Oh, these, right, these just make them. But only 2 per turn, so maybe let's have those start killing the bots. I don't give a damn. This guy's starting to sound more and more like Snake in my head. I don't think Snake ever said wacko. Good chat. All right. Let's just start buying more. So, okay, gotcha. Interesting. Money is make it the Drake. Oh, okay, sweet. That's nice. I wonder what the future use will be of a unit that you have to activate to make money versus the ones that passively make resources, and there'll be choices at some point to use these. I guess they also block, which will, once my opponent becomes aggressive, I'm sure that'll be a thing I care about. But for now. Oh, yep, that's right. Okay, interesting. Let's kill this dumpster. So you can. Yeah, that makes sense, Lara. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Is that you need to make the choice to either use them to block or use them to make money. Makes sense. These tutorial bots aren't even fighting back. Metal Gear. Alright, also interesting, okay, yeah, so the Drake is some interesting choices early on to sacrifice, so it can't attack by itself, you have to actually... It has an attack value, but I don't think I can activate it without having it consume one of my bioforges just to use its normal attack. But it does add a passive 2, which is kind of the balance there. Okay. This would just be for science, but I'm curious about damage. So we're gonna do. Oh, that's probably too much. I was gonna do partial damage to it to see if they regen health or not, but we'll figure that out. The Jumpster. Robots making robots. This never ends well. Yeah, I mean that's a very logical thing, you know. The only way to clean the world is to kill all the humans. Ha. Says Logan. Back to the slate. Opponent is in a similar. Okay. Third resource we're dealing with. They make it passively. Okay. Opponent also has an economy now as well. Engineers can't attack. Let's. Okay. So this is how we ramp up our economy. Let's invest in one of those. Wonderful experience. Destroy the drones. Turn 17. Okay, they're they're showing us now that it's, you know, they're encouraging us to try and be as efficient with our turns as possible. I think pressing control, you can see what opponent can buy. Not at the moment, it seems. Okay, so we're making some. So I do wonder if yeah. So looks like they're encouraging us to try and be economical with our plays to try and win by 17, turn 17. That's an important mindset to be in when playing any sort of card. Any sort of card games, to try and, you know, find the line to the most efficient way to play. I will not guarantee I will be making the most efficient plays while I learn and stream, but yeah, neither control or hovering over the avatar seems to give me the information that might be obscured by tutorials before. I'll keep an eye out for it though. Nice. Okay, that's cool. Some space if you mess up. So we have. So yeah, okay. My real threat is them potentially making stuff. These don't seem to. I think these are just here to be things to hurt. These are a more viable, a more attractive thing to attack. Reduce their economy. He's just making things for me to attack right now. I'm not sure where to get aggressive at the moment. That's fine. I'm gonna keep up. A little more economy, I guess. Yeah, why not? Good to know. Yeah, I suspected. Yeah, this is just a. This is a. Oh, hang on. Hang on. I need to talk to my friend here. Because he's so good at putting holes in robots. Oh yeah. All right. Let's get on with it here. There's definitely the. Definitely the urge to swipe and attack things, but that's more on me than the interface. And start killing your. Okay, we got 2 turns to try and accomplish our optional goal here. Again, no promises on doing that. Could probably save up for the Drake to accomplish that, but c'est la vie. I don't think we're, yeah. Not gonna meet our goal today. Okay, so yeah, so you can't put partial damage onto things. It's either all or nothing. So wasted damage is just that. Turn 18. I am obviously bad in this game. Okay, all right. That's a. You know, usually in card games, you're not necessarily worried about an economy. You know, resources are pretty reliable in Hearthstone, not so much in Magic, but you know, it's a thing that you're not actively moving parts around for. It's interesting. It's an interesting thing to kind of worry about while you're also worrying about the board state. Sunglasses on. Okay. Sunglasses indoors now, I see. Inconsistent. No. Sunglasses off, okay. I won't, I promise this whole stream won't be about suede sunglasses. This is a very evocative design, very much like the Telos principle, and you know, many other AI bots in the past. But this is, yeah, makes me think of other properties and not this one, which is always kind of a awkward space to be in. Lyra was correct. I will be attacked this mission. I'm terrified. Oh, using squares. Okay, all right. So 16. Actually, I don't know what this is rated. I'm guessing it's not M, but who knows? Okay. That's walls. A little expensive walls, but. Gunbots. I've got the overheat ray wielded. I'm not sure people talk like that. I'm wielding the overheat ray, perhaps. I've got the overheat ray wielded. Okay. Alright, defend against the wave of enemy gunbots, protect the overheat rays. My friend here, 3 turns, it'll get 30 attack. Nice. They've already set me up to make walls. This just blocks and blocks, I guess. Makes these just make my 1 energy a turn. Okay. Attacks you within your turn of the defense phase. Okay. So these are just bigger walls. Okay, so yep, similar to, okay. So you build your pool and then cancel theirs out. So you're basically assigning where their damage goes. That's interesting. I'm on it. Make so many walls. Okay. Yeah, I guess I don't know what if it's just an instant lose if they're able to get through. Obviously they're alerting me with this very scary icon, so I don't want to find out the hard way. And I like that they're doing the math for me. Not that math is hard, but it's nice to quickly look at what the balance is without having to sit here and count it up. Smart. money. Make the walls. Okay, so I guess if he has enough, that just happens to me. They don't make me hurt myself. That's saves on time. Time for some revenge. This guy is a very one-note character. I'll make my 1 gold. Get that out of the way. Three turns. Okay. Five turns now, I should say. Make it the wall, make it the drone, build up our economy. So yeah, it's... can definitely, at least for now, kind of see where we're going. You know, it's still tutorial, so... but it's interesting to see that, I'm not sure, it'll be interesting to see how the various layers of the economy build out, if they do. Thank you for letting me know that game. Not letting me end my turn without doing a thing. Alright. It would be foolish to use him to block, if I even can. He's a blocker, but he makes the energy, so... Yep. That's what they've been telling me to leave things up to block, but I think I'll be alright. Certainly could. Alright, so we'll take advantage of the Control Z. So I'll need... let's try one wall. Put all the drones to the slaughter. So interesting that the gold to defense ratios is already an interesting thing that they're making me think about, where it takes, for the cost of 5 defense, I can make 3 defense. So they're already asking me to kind of balance these things out. Is it, you know, in this particular instance, obviously I don't want to spending 5 defense to make 3 defense is not a smart play, so we'll just get to have them get run out of the bus. Godspeed. Now my giant gun is ready. luckily they've given me all my drones back. So we can resume the... I think we're still defending. Interesting. Oh, well, yeah. So we can actually fight back now, okay. We currently can't make the steel splitters. I'm sure that'll be a thing we can open up. Compelled to try and balance out the economy. Also, taking out some of theirs. Okay, so we're formalizing the phases of the turn. Defend, activate, and attack. Okay. Good job, Femern, for winning your 30 infusions. Oh yes, distracted by the tokens at the bottom of the screen. So no, yeah, I won't. So as you say, it's awkward not to know how many they're going to be making, but I'm sure this is just, again, a tutorial thing that I'll have to... Let's keep the diversity alive. Kind of get a nice rhythm going. You definitely get the sense that this is made for a mobile platform primarily. UI-wise, it just is. It's not a knock against it. It's just an interesting thing to note. So things are big and chunky. Buttons are clear. Some degree of mousing over is being used. Basically doing this for 4 turns until our giant gun is ready. Oh wait, oops, that was dumb. Yeah, defense is stunning, obviously. That's interesting, Lyra. I could see that. Saying that it's too many things for mobile definitely seems like it would work better. It would work nicely on a tablet. Oh, there isn't one. That's interesting. It's interesting that there's not currently a mobile version, because it definitely is arranged and the UI is set up almost in anticipation of a mobile. Unless you say mobile as in both tablet and phone. I'm not sure what if you're distinguishing that. Sure, I don't have a reason to make energy right now, or a reason to make, yeah, I guess to make more things to make. Yeah, no, it's an economy ramp. I see what's up. Interesting. Okay, so that's good to know. Yeah, I mean it's very clear, and again, I'm not going to say that it looks like a mobile game is a knock, because mobile games are very successful and they have a, they're just as valid as other games. It's just some people can be put off by that. To me, that this, as you say, it definitely makes things clear. Certainly does not detract from the decision making that's going on. You putting the Dreadful decision of having to sacrifice my drones for the greater good. Oh, okay, sure. Those two drones. If you're bored, fire the gun. Insentient. So you do 1 damage, and I'll do 30 damage. Yeah, Larry, I definitely get the sense between the hotkeys and the other elements that this is definitely a thing that they want to encourage you to get kind of muscle memory and to just kind of blow through your turn, not blow through turns, but quickly get through your actions, which is many people are looking for that, and it helps for people who don't necessarily like to use mouse a lot of time too. So. I don't think you can play the whole thing with just keyboard, but anyway, it's a nice touch. I mean, this looks like a transformer. I'm just gonna say that. let's just say that and move on. Okay, so she's into video games and Cumulus-based cloud weaponry. The law gives me the authority. I like the kind of sprinkling of vocab in here. Acrimony and the like. It's, you don't see that too often. It's nice to use those $10 words where you can. Bye, sweetie. Well, if you read her bio, you would know that she's into games, so. To the slate. All right. We have our transformer. I mean, our Omega splitter here. Yeah, these are. Yeah, they're very reminiscent of a different property. Okay, so I'm being encouraged to set up an economy. Kind of, you know, No, that's smart, Lyra. Lyra was saying that that the devs wanted to make sure that character used a large vocabulary to communicate that she's intelligent and she's educated. I always appreciate that. It's an interesting mix so far between the story and the game. That there's clearly a very in-depth game happening here between the kind of the RTS CCG hybrid that we're playing with, but they're also hitting the story pretty hard this early on, and that's interesting. And I wonder if that will set the tone for, like, do I come to this game to go through the campaign and experience the story, this rich narrative that they're trying to communicate, or is it just I'm gonna like log in and do my quests and log out kind of thing? So I have my suspicion, but it's nice to see that there's been some thought put into the narrative. To what end that will be, we'll see. But off we go. This smooth jazz encourages us that we're under no duress, so we can. Let's get in the habit of hitting the spacebar here. Okay. Notice we want to build an economy. Don't need too much energy per turn. The transformers take. Anybody actually takes energy, so I'm not as concerned about that. I don't think. Sure. Yep. Use your bricks while you can, and your energy. Set up to make some attacking fantasy. Play, please. Interesting. Don't know what kind of forces will be arriving, but we'll attempt to be maybe a little aggressive. Make some attack, just to send a message that I'm here to play. By play, I mean attack into the void. Let's get that third blast forge out. Oh, okay, yeah, I was just counting, and it actually very helpfully puts a little tooltip. I guess when it's more than 2 or 3, looks like more than 3, it'll tell you how many are stacked there. Very handy. Oh my god, there's robots. Okay, robot opponent has his own blocking as well now. Bigger dots every 5 units to help with counting also. Oh, so there it is. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so. Alright, so yeah, this was the thing I wasn't really sure about, but now it seems pretty clear. I need to make Optimus Prime, right? Like, how can I not make him? He's huge. Oh, I see. Okay. Interesting. So there's not really a reason to... Okay, so as long as the... Okay, so we have the 2 attack defend values are flipping on the other side, so there's no reason to attack if I can't get through. although it's interesting because it's okay. Okay, so yes, maybe I'm just misinterpreting what end turn. Oh, okay. Right, because right, okay, yeah. I'm transmitting attacking at the end of my turn, and they have to deal with the beginning of their turn. Okay. I see. I think to that end, some way to track the phases, or a way to know, just a reminder of what a turn consists of might be helpful. But it's I'm sure it's a thing that once you get used to it, it's second nature. Probably not just keep making Optimus Primes here. I see. Okay, so as I was gonna say, in the vein of taunt and other mechanics, these are the ones you need to get through first to get at the juicy meat of the boss behind. Yeah, no, Lara, I get that. It was just kind of when damage happens, it didn't quite make sense to me at first, or I hadn't parsed that fully, that beginning of every turn you deal with the damage from the previous. It was just, it's not super awkward. So I was initially confused about. So these guys are basically gonna die. Hi, Sinistar. Yes, I definitely remember you. I played Tesfa, the paladin healer. Sinistar was from my old World of Warcraft guild, way back in the day. He was a fellow paladin of mine. We ran Molten Core when it was 40 people, and I was involved in helping do that. That was a lot of fun a long time ago, and aren't really 40-man raids anymore, so I may at some point. I do dip into World of Warcraft basically every expansion. I check in to see what they're doing. Definitely don't play it as much as I used to back then. But thanks for dropping by, Sinistar. It's good to see you, man. Let's bring out another Optimus Prime. Oh, right. Let's maybe spend that. I do wonder if this is if they'll be this forgiving in multiplayer. Let me do takesies backsies as much as they are now. I believe that's the official term for it, is takesies backsies. So these guys just amazing energy for anything right now. I don't think. Oh, okay, so right, the drones make energy. Okay, that's actually good to know that. Sinistar, that he streams. I may have to look him up. I know there are a few people in the old guild who kind of do different things online, so it'd be cool to get that going. Touch base with them again. representing 8 attack. I need to get through 7. Okay. I want to get out some more Optimus Primes. Yeah, I may the expansions, the WoW expansion's coming out in August, September. I will probably be streaming that just because I always go back to the for each expansion, and it'll be interesting to play it through the eyes of stream. Oops. It's a known icon in games. That's also fair, yeah. It's the same reason we have 3.5 floppy disks, or 3.25, 3.5 floppy disks per save. Clearly, an Optimus Prime is required. They want me to gear up my economy, but let's do our best. Oh my goodness. So many bots. So representing 12. So 9, I need to get one more wall out. All right, man. Thanks, Star, for stopping by, man. It's good to see you again. Look forward to seeing you again soon. All right. Yeah. Let's just Optimus Prime it up here. Definitely want to waste money if I don't need to. Throw that wall there. So yeah, it's a very interesting thing where how they're handling the extra layer. Yes, thanks Good Healthcare. I'm not sure. I think I was auto hosted by someone who I'm not familiar with, so that certainly helped the few viewers that I have. But I really appreciate you guys checking this out. This is my second major stream, or my second actual stream, so it's cool to have someone to talk to that's not myself, and that's kind of the whole point. So appreciate you guys coming out. But I was saying it's interesting that the decision making between assigning damage to their things, like they pick, or they being the person defending, defender picks where damage goes for blockers, attacker chooses where damage goes for non-blockers. It's an interesting mix of strategy there that will make for an interesting board state when you're trying to figure out what the right play is to what to leave back and what to take out. And I'm sure that there'll be more complicated units other than just meat walls that you have to kind of think about. It is very satisfying to just drag on these cards, just from an interface perspective. Just to swipe them. Swipe left for robots. Yeah, I think. I mean, could. Okay, well, I don't want to know what happens when we do that. So let's make more walls then. Let's different wall. Fine, we'll just make walls. right, I get to choose. Actually, yeah, statistically, you want to take out the weaker things that do the same amount of damage first. Except your 6 damage. Oh god. There are many things here now. Swoop. I do think I would like it if they would also let me know how much my total prompt blockers or whatever this first I need to not point at the screen because you guys can't see that. The units that have to block or that do block first, it would be nice to know what their total block amount is. I see 60 for my whole board, but not necessarily for just these. It'd be nice to know that having to, not that it's hard math again, but we've already established that they're showing this information in other ways. It'd be nice to have that represented as well. But anyway, 15 plus 3 is 18. That's perfectly what I can block, so onward and upward. Yeah, and again, I can commit everything and see what's left, but that's not a... Yeah, it's fine. Not my defenses, but yeah, I'm okay with that. Can, but not necessarily will. Wall. We'll throw some engineers on the bus for doing damage. Yeah, it's fine. Overcommitted. That's fine. Of my economy, smart. Okay. Not just coming after the easy ones. Representing 15 damage. Fine with them picking off, especially because this is the final wave. So I'm picking off, and I'll have enough here to handle it. Okay. So it's a, you know, the ebb and flow has been established, and it's so far a satisfying one. You know, I did. I'm not sure how much more complicated the board states get, but so far it's definitely manageable with the information that they're showing to me. So representing 10, let's throw out some meat. There are switchblades in chat. I'm sure that's perfectly fine. Oh, sorry, that's a handshake. I use the dark mode, and on my screen, you got healthcare that looks like a man holding a switchblade. So I thought you were getting stabby, and I was concerned, but you're being friendly. So I prefer that. Yeah, dark. Jack, I agree. Like, it's definitely cathartic to swipe to the left to turn all your things on. I do wonder that what's to prevent me from just spamming drones and having a huge long stack of things. That could look very kind of dissonant visually, but I'm not sure how it scales, so. Made the victory. now we can make Optimus Omega Prime. It's always very windy where she is. This seems fine. This is perfectly fine. All the servers just got rebooted. Now we gotta go. Summer fields. Yeah, as I was saying, Jack, it's definitely, it feels good. I'm not sure that how that feels out balances out potentially any visual communication issues, but again, that depends on how it scales, like what the expectation is for how these will scale up. Sunglasses are on. Just want to point that out. There's a lot going on here. I'm honestly kind of surprised there aren't any visual novel-esque decisions to make in these cutscenes, but okay. For those of you who don't like swiping, just get all your money. One key press. That's smart. I need to make 3 gilded drones, which are just fancier ones that make more money. But we need the energy to do so. But now we're also balancing. Interesting. Okay. We need to make some metals so we can make some min. It's literally a war machine. I'm not sure a machine that produces robots to protect itself is what I would call a war machine, but okay. Assuming if they're just there for protection. Just doesn't want me to hurt it. That's like, I respect that. We need to start. I mean, they want me to make fancy drones, so let's oblige. I do like the queue to activate all the drones. I mean, yeah, it's a nice touch. Only feeds into what Lyra was talking about earlier about how they're trying to make it a game that you can kind of learn the muscle controls for, or the key bindings, and just kind of clack your way through turns. I just realized I have a bigger transformer here I can construct at some point. Can only be bought once. It's a big boy. Yeah, sure. It's getting aggressive. Oh, it's nice. More information is always better. That's like, yeah, that's actually very, very useful to display that. Appreciate that. And the way to avoid sweeping is shift click a stack and all units will go. Okay, that's also good to know. Right, yeah, there's no reason to do that. Yep, I just realized that. If they can choose to defend with something that has a higher health, then see, now it's a war machine. Just saying. The Advocate. All right, so now we're dealing with two layers of automated robots every turn, the defenders and the attackers. So we need to try and do what we can to overwhelm them. I'm not sure I need. So engineers play an interesting role here as being partial blocker, partial resource generator, and once you don't need 3 per turn, or once you don't feel like you need more than 3 per turn, it's an interesting kind of hybrid of utility. I want to start getting through these walls though. Although I don't know that that's worth doing, to be honest, because they can just make more. So I think the focus will be on getting him up to speed, being able to afford said advocate. But might as well have them destroy one wall. Oh, right. Yeah, let's just pump out tons of money. What do you say? Yeah, I mean, no real point to attacking just to keep things one of your finest. Huh? Yeah. The store. Okay. So we need to save enough for. Your finest advocates, please. Apparently makes walls when he attacks, which seems good. Gonna ramp up on these guys so there's our skill splitter. Put the energy to use. That seems really handy. Definitely did not. Yeah, I did not breach the defenses by turn 9. I was not looking for the optimal play. Just spending more time learning about what how things are working. Make it a the wall. So we're dealing with 11. The wall there. Okay. Reached the tipping point where I can finally get to the back row. There is kind of a yeah. I'm curious if the experience will be the same kind of in multiplayer. You're trying the shift click there. In multiplayer versus a campaign where oh yeah, let's kill one of these things. Where in multiplayer you're going to be much more concerned with the perfect play, or eventually, you know, if you get into the competitive play. Whereas here, I'm kind of just, I'll make whatever. I'm seeing the goal, and I'm seeing it, how I'm getting there, and I'm not too concerned with. 19. Also, again, kind of similar to how I'd like to see if this. Yeah, I mean, we're showing it lots of points of information between the attack and the defense, but I also like to know how much health they have total and how much I would need to commit to completely kill all their stuff, just so I can, you know, they're giving me three-quarters of that information already. It'd be cool to have as much, although, you know, don't want to clutter it, but if you're gonna do it, let's commit to it, right? Kill everything that makes things. You know, I think we got this. I have a suspicion. So yeah, it's all about kind of finding that tipping point. I mean, you know, it's only. Oh, it's not a thing I wish to see yet. Oh, okay. So you actually need to unlock these to use them against players. Pointing out that she is super intelligent by calling her super intelligent. That's a strong insult there. We got time for one more, I think. Oh, Suede. Okay. Wow, just the rudest dude with the tude, the Suede. Okay. Okay, cool. So one of the things that I've always liked in the digital versions of Magic, at least the Duels of the Planeswalkers, which took from an article that a series of articles that Mark Rosewater posted, in the Duelist magazine way back when, would be the challenges or the Magic what's it called, Magic the puzzling. Basically, this doesn't look quite like it's it, but it strikes the same tone where you're given a board state, you're given a goal, and you need to figure out what the best move is. And those have always had a very kind of cool puzzle feel to them. And it's neat to see that we're sort of doing something similar here. Oh, so I see. So yeah, it's find the line, right? Find the sequence that does what you need to do. Because we're not given any resources or build orders. We're just like, what's the best way to block here? And I'm already doing it wrong because that's the block there. To revert to okay, cool. That's actually really smart. I like that, to be able to go back to the beginning or page back a few turns if I've messed up my sequencing. Yep, and then here, so yeah, this is actually really smart that they put this in the tutorial levels, because it's gonna get the player thinking about efficiency, and that's not always a thing that's considered when it comes to, I guess in card games, yes, you find the line, but I like that they're enforcing it this early to, hey, pay attention here, you should kill the things that do damage that only have 1 health. So then you won't need to defend against 6 on your turn. So it's a very smart way to, again, I'm not doing wrong. It's a smart way to do it. I already goozled it. I'll say that as I'm yeah, I wonder. See, I'm too busy talking about how they're teaching me how to play efficiently, and I'm already not playing efficiently. Thus, I'm not, but I won't go back. Oh, I'm basically screwed here. Now I won't be able to. Okay, let's take advantage of their. Yeah, I know. Thanks. Not see the game over screen if you want to play around with the go back turn. Interesting. It's like the heal instantly. Yep. I think we found a line. already did it wrong. I guess I started with 2 in this round. Nope, that's not gonna work. Oh, interesting. You can kind of leap right through the... All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here for now. Getting hungry, I'm going to go get some food. But so I appreciate everyone coming out, watching me play some Prismata. It's definitely an interesting, an interesting hybrid of cards and RTS. I'll be curious to see how the campaign plays out. And what kind of the economy is for like multiplayer if they're doing gems. I know that the devs have said that they're planning on going free to play at some point, so I suspect that there'll be a gems and gold equivalency there to earn cards, but I'm curious to check it out and see kind of what they're set up. I might be streaming later tonight if you're interested in. I think I'm going to take a look at Project Aura, which is a game that recently came out of early access, and I played quite a bit of, and I kind of want to go over a few things about it and see what the recent updates have done to it. Maybe I'll check out some more Prismata in coming days. But if you liked hearing me talk about what I'm doing and what I'm thinking, please come back and follow me and professionally close this out by bringing it to the main screen. Yeah, thanks for coming out, and hopefully we'll see you again soon.